Greetings and welcome to another Warhammer Underworlds Direchasm Battle Report. Today is another special one. It's featuring me and Rob Gilmore commentating on one of the webcam tournament games from the Straight Out of Shadespire tournament, which happened just in July gone by. Now this is a Vanguard format tournament and it sees RG with his Khagra's Ravagers against Stephen and his Elathain Soulraid. So as this is a Vanguard tournament, due to the Vanguard rules, there's no Essentials card pack available, and there is no starter set warbands allowed. And there's also no Forsaken and Restricted list, because from the Vanguard document, there is no FAR list for Vanguard events. Also, it's been house ruled to allow a 4-hex gap for diagonal configuration, because for some reason that isn't included in Vanguard as well. So just one slight modification, really. Otherwise, it's pure Vanguard. Now, the erratas are in use. So for this game, Khagra's Ravagers will inspire when they have 2 or more Desecration tokens on the battlefield. So we'll see how that does, especially against Elathain Soulraid, who generally won't be on objectives. So how will that do? And as for the decks, Elathain Soulraid is kind of typical Elathain's deck. It's control aggro, basically, trying to corral the opponent into certain places, and then using the spine fin to farm supports and, toxins and just be a massive disruption. So kind of typical Elathain Soulraid play. And then for the Khagra's Ravagers, just aggro, pretty much. Aggro and trying to desecrate. So, you're trying to do primacy, trying to do aggro, and just trying to desecrate as many objectives as you can. So that should help speed up inspiring, but the issue is, Elathain Soulraid won't really be on objectives. So it should be an interesting game. Now, before we get into it, please remember to like and subscribe, as well as comment about what you thought of the battle report and what stuff you'd like to see. So without further ado, let's get on with this tournament game. So RG is a really good player. He's won these before.
Right.
We played in Monologue and he drew somehow and lost the tournament. We came second, so he didn't win. He won with his very good Lady Howard's Mournflight. He's just a really good player. But he's kind of holding himself back with Khagra's Ravagers. But he's a really good player, right? So we're going to see how far he can get with a really bad warband. I'm sorry if you like Khagra's Ravagers, but they're bad.
I haven't really played against or with Khagra's Ravagers.
Yep.
Why are they... So they're your worst warband of the season, right?
Yes, 100% now. 100% the worst. So the main problem with this warband is actually their main mechanic, so the Desecration mechanic. So they desecrate an objective either via cards or effect, or when they take someone out of action, if either fighter is standing in an objective token, you desecrate it and you place a desecration token. So the issue is at the end of a power step, if a enemy fighter is in the same hex as an objective with the desecration token, you remove that desecration token. So all desecration, while an objective has a desecration token, it cannot be held. So all it really does is slow down, surge, hold objectives, which, to be fair, is not that much of a problem anymore. It was more of a Beastgrave problem.
In Beastgrave, that stuff was a huge problem, wasn't it? It feels... It's interesting that we ran a load of games with Moloch on Sunday, and I was running Objective Starblood and you're running aggro Moloch, and they felt really balanced, those games. It felt a dice roll here, a dice roll there.
So if you get anything more than a crit...
But I mean, the issue is because they can't hold objectives that have been desecrated,
so
it's
desecration
really bad.
Isn't a reaction, it automatically...
No, it is a reaction, so you get the choice to. Okay. The only other exception is when Khagra and Razak, because they have an ability when they're on an objective at the end of the action phase, they desecrate it automatically. So you don't have a choice there. But the problem is, if you've desecrated an objective, you can't hold it.
You can't hold it, so they can't path to victory or dominant position.
But you give away dominant position and uncontested, and some people go, oh, you know what, that's not too much glory. I was like, I don't want to give away 2 glory automatically to my opponent. At least with other aggro warbands, I can play around it. Or if I'm playing Monologue, I don't care because Monologue is really good at aggro. These guys can hold 2 objectives at best. And that's not good.
And it really dictates target priority as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like the moment you kill Khagra, this warband falls apart. So even if you kill Zarshia, like Zarshia is so bad in this warband because there's not much magic universal support.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. So I think Stephen has one priority. He rolled a crit, so he's let RG go first. Interestingly, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's deployed the fish.
I'll let you go first.
I wouldn't have deployed the fish.
In that case, if
I suppose
go
it can
first, I'm
just
gonna draw
get in your opponent's way, maybe.
Go ahead.
Yep. I mean, RG's drawing a power card for his first activation. But yeah, I wouldn't have deployed the fish. Because
So if you're the fish elves in this matchup, you're looking to stay back and power up to round 2, aren't you? And then try and one-shot
Yes.
a couple of these guys. Although it looks like Stephen's thinking about the charge, the cheeky charge.
yeah, but the thing is, it looks like Stephen chose to deploy the fish, I guess, because he lost the roll-off
Yep,
replacement.
power.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Rob, he's using matching activation tokens. What a nice guy. What a nice person.
Kragan,
Matching activation
this guy.
tokens.
Kragan is moving on
Objective 3.
to objective 3.
Power step to you.
I will pounce.
All right, I will play Heated Instinct
Ooh.
to push one friendly fighter.
Ah,
hex.
So Heated Instinct is a sidestep. If they're a quarry, push them 2 hexes instead. So he's pushing the Spine Fin next to
So-
Dawa Kragan.
I suppose he charges in with the lady with the shield here.
Push the fish to here. Seems better.
And,
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use
just an
push cards on
accurate
the
attack.
fish, though. Push cards are more important on your fighters that can't continually redeploy.
yeah.
I will
But I'm very interested to see how RG plays
I'm
this
gonna put a
warband,
shoal
because
token down.
he's a very good player.
I'll put a shoal token here.
Okay, he's placing the show token in between objective 1 and Khagra. Okay, that's... Maybe he's been like me and just putting them in crazy
Yeah,
positions
So,
for no
yeah,
reason.
I also passed. So that was the end of your power step. So I'm going to charge with. Oh, go ahead.
just desecrate this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why is...
So when does desecration happen, John?
Desecration happens at the end of the action phase.
Right.
Um,
Okay, so RG was just clarifying he wanted to desecrate that objective.
Let me see. Has he put a token down?
so my second activation. I will.
Let me double check on Khagra's Ravagers, because I believe that's incorrect, but I'll double check the fighter cards to be sure.
Unless he played a
Charge.
card or something.
Kragan,
Oh, hang on.
my leader. Oh, go ahead.
I think he's realized.
Hang on a second. I scored brutal desecration for desecrating the
Okay.
objective. I don't know if I scored that now or scored that after the
Yeah,
next turn.
Just score it now. I don't care. I am gonna charge Kragan with my leader.
Oh, so
So
just to
he's-
check, how did you guys desecrate that objective? Because if it's is it by despoiling?
Yeah.
That's at the end of the action phase, not at the end of an activation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
yeah.
Okay. No, cool. I don't-
Sorry, I know nothing about Khagras.
Yeah.
There we go. That was just
So I played him as well. Thanks for pointing that out.
no worries. So yeah, just a minor error there. That would actually make them
So
probably
end of the
better.
power step, correct?
And RG
And
just
into my activation.
RG
I'm gonna
just said he's never
charge,
played them
Kha'Zix
before.
with
Yeah,
my
he's.
leader.
I really do
Range.
like tip my hat to him, like playing this warband.
Okay.
He doesn't need to do
that's
this.
Sorry, where did you go?
He's right next to the block hex.
Okay.
So the leader's steaming in here for a little, I suppose, a relatively accurate attack with the fish support.
Crit.
Oh
Oh,
wow,
right.
It was the
he
crit.
threw the net.
Nothing.
Nothing. I will leave you there.
So what does the net do, John?
It's just
Nothing.
4 damage.
Well, they're uninspired. Really, it's just 2 fury,
Leader charge.
1 damage.
But is he just trying to ping him?
And
Because
I'm
I
gonna
suppose he doesn't want to
reactivate the
leave
crab to move him
one of
over.
his fighters that can be killed left adjacent to one of RG's big
Go
hitters.
ahead.
Yeah, I mean the
Power
interesting
step.
thing, he reacted with the crab doing claw to after an activation, push him closer towards 1 hex. So he's pushed him towards his leader, but Doom Claw is still in front of a lethal hex. So I'm not entirely sure about this play.
I suppose he's banking on him not having the movement to get there.
Yes.
Slow
Remember, they are
slow
movement free.
warbands.
Is. I think RG has unfortunately made an error unintentionally, which may cost him.
I will play. Yeah, I'll play Heated Instinct now. I just moved
So RG's playing Heated Instinct as well to sidestep Khagra.
onto objective 1.
Okay, on to objective 1.
pass.
So
I'm
they-
gonna play
They can get the Inspire at the end of this activation. Would that be right?
Cloud of Midnight. You cannot attack my
Ooh.
leader.
Cloud of Midnight. So he's chosen his
Okay.
leader. His leader cannot be attacked.
Sorry,
Yeah.
read the card. Just
Oh yeah, yeah.
curiosity.
That's an
choose one friendly
interesting
fighter
play. I
until
kinda
the end of the
saved
next
that.
activation. That
Oh,
fighter
I
cannot
guess-
be the target of
What's his
attack
name?
actions.
Stephen is
Cannot
fearing
be
because
damage by
Khagra
limits.
can do 3 damage, drive the leader back, then distraction into that leader
Yeah.
for 4 damage.
I would then play Ritual Desecration. One
Ooh.
objective token in the same hex as the friendly fighter, and desecrate that token. So now I'll desecrate the number 1.
Okay, so he's ritual desecrating where Khagra is, so she
Yeah.
desecrates and inspires. So now he only needs to desecrate one more objective to inspire the
Because the other
warband.
guy, presumably the other guy desecrated at the end of his action phase.
Action phase, so the end after 4 activation or 8 activations.
Oh, sorry, yeah, action
Yeah,
phase, not activation. Yeah,
It's a clear, it's easy mistake to make.
It's a hard accent to
That is
do.
fair.
Oh, you know what? You need to hear my friend's Australian accent
two
because he's just talking British. It's great.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
I love a quality Australian accent.
All right.
It's tough.
I will pass power step.
So Khagra's
So-
inspired. I mean, I would probably just use Zarshia.
You've got to hold off on Khagra, haven't you, and go in for a pop on the leader next activation.
Yeah, just draw a power card because now she's 3 damage with knockback, 2 block. Just draw a power card.
Or even, I might even be tempted to move someone up because you've got to get, otherwise those other guys just aren't getting in the game.
Yeah, so I'd probably move Razak. Move Razak up. Zarshia can do whatever.
Razak's the one that goes up to 3 damage, isn't he?
No, only one of them
Oh,
gains
okay.
cleave. The other
Right.
one gains knockback. Something like that. No,
Oh.
so Dower Kraken goes to 2 block. Razak goes to cleave.
Right. Oh, so it's only the leader that kicks out 3 damage.
Yep,
That's okay.
So
You
she's
have limited time.
super important in this match because she can one-shot
everyone.
his whole warband.
Yeah, pretty much. But he
you
wants
know-
to inspire to get the extra movement.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
I'll put augmented limbs onto Khagra.
Sounds good.
So it's
Seems like
giving
great.
augmented limbs to Khagra.
okay,
You-
how did he get that glory?
okay.
Oh yeah, because he
got brutal desecration.
yeah brutal desecration because he immediately
Sorry,
desecrated.
I have a reaction at the end of your power step. I'm going to move my shoal token. to
Okay, he's moving the show token there.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
And,
what did RG do then? I guess he drew a card.
Tomorrow? Yeah.
No, it's the
Do it.
Okay.
he's moved the shell token out of act. It should have been at the end of the next
Yeah.
power step.
We'll see if he moves it. I
Just
will
one.
call it out.
Just one. So he needs a dodge. He got a dodge.
Oh,
Oh,
unlucky.
dear.
So do you want to push him?
Oh,
I will
and the
push him just behind the
quality's
block.
dying. Unfortunately, this is not my qualities.
And-
Streaming a stream. So okay, so we'll see now because I think
I'm sorry,
Stevens
that was
played
the end
this.
of my power step. I couldn't have moved the shoal.
There we go. Shut up. Stevens realised. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know what's going on with that. so you just
That's
let
okay.
him-
It's at the end of your power step. So.
I mean, it's kind of feel bad because you have so much to track with the idea of
I
keeping
do
Warband.
I will
Find
play
some of
Ferocious
the
Blow,
stuff this
plus one
season
damage to the first
much
range
harder
weapon
to
or
keep
ranged
track of
attack
over
action.
webcam.
Attack action.
Oh yeah.
I found Molog into Gits much more straightforward to manage
I
than when we were
also
playing
pass, so I'm gonna
fish
have
into
Fury in
vampires
charge
or
going
whatever.
third.
Yes.
She's
Or
gonna-
more any of the mortar or the mortar
Even
Warband.
with the 9
Yeah, she'll charge right there.
Gits on the table,
And
you
she's
know.
gonna attack your boy. She's
Ooh.
got 3 dice. She hits on.
So you got Furian, free Fury with support attacking Dower Kragan.
I got a crit.
1 crit.
Crit.
Can you roll a crit, RG? Oh, I think I can gift a sub in chat, right?
I got a dodge.
Oh, you only got a
So
dodge.
that's gonna be 3 damage to him. And then my reaction at the end of the activation is to push the crab.
That crab's coming in. This does not look good for
Go ahead.
Oh, gee, because
No.
the issue is he's now gonna struggle to get that second desecration token.
And movement in Direchasm, movement's king, right?
Yes, because you have
And-
to remember objective 1 is desecrated. So this one is desecrated because Khagra desecrated
Yeah.
with a power card. I mean, if I was Steven, I would be very cruel and just put the spine fin on there because it would remove the desecration token.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah. So yeah, Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. Obviously, RG accidentally moved up Dower Kragan too early because he thought their despoiling effect happened at the end of the activation. Fortunately, it does not.
So he was trying to score that surge.
Yes.
So they've got 2 cards they can score that with, or they score it automatically at the end of an action phase.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like you're right. It doesn't seem like a great mechanic.
No.
Like, compared to the vampires, where it's just I'm just going to pile these tokens on and score half my deck for doing it.
I'm in the corner, drowning in hunger.
Yeah.
On the edge hex.
Okay, Zosh is charging up,
She can get a shot off.
using her normal attack, which I think is range 1.
Furion.
Sure.
1.
One success.
So she needs
Range 2, is that?
She did not get it. So how much damage?
Just 1 damage.
1 damage. So Furion is on 2 wounds left. Oh yeah, let me update the scores. 1 to RG. Oh, it's 1-1 actually.
I will
It's
pass
1
over.
all, yeah.
I'll move my shoal token to
Put the show token on objective 1 just to be cruel. I would do it.
move it to here.
Okay.
My last action, I'm gonna charge Khagra with my boy Tameo.
Tamiel's charging in.
We'll charge her. We'll charge to here.
I suppose.
Very brave. I would have charged to here. You don't want to be next, because if he misses, right, he's not got
Throne
supports.
harpoon,
Yeah.
Khagra's just gonna, like, if RG wins activation.
2 hammers. Got a crit. Sorry,
Oh.
man. I just
You got a
keep
crit
rolling
again.
this.
I have
Just
blessed
2 damage. Yep, 2 damage.
Stephen with the power of crits.
Actually, no. I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna push you to here.
Okay, so Khagra's taken 2 wounds. Unfortunately, not great for RG so far.
Charge.
And RG's about to have his.
Power
Sorry,
step.
Stephen's about to
I
have
am
his
going
good
to
round.
pass
Where
power
you
step.
get all
Yeah.
your cleaving and snare. Do they get damage as well, or is it
No,
just
no, they
accuracy?
just get accuracy. So Furion goes to free smash and 2 block. The leader goes to free smash with cleaving and snare, and then Tamiel just goes to 2 dodge.
3 smash with
I
cleaving
will-
and snare feels insanely good.
I'm gonna play Phantasmal Forms, so everybody
Ooh.
in the next activation has 3.
So Phantasmal Forms, everyone in the next activation has 1 dodge. Oh, so Stephen went first.
3 dodge.
I thought he went second. Anyway,
Yeah, my final.
oh, how is Razak getting onto there? He's not movement 4.
Yes, 2 hammers.
Well, we'll find out. Anyway, 2 smash if he kills. That's Furion dead.
3.
Yeah.
Need a dodge.
Needs a dodge on 2 dice. 3 dice, sorry.
All shields.
All blocks.
Damage.
3
Ooh.
shields, that's
You
unfortunate.
got her. Yep, you got her.
Saved that card, timed it well,
Uh,
rolled poorly.
Unfortunate predictions.
Well,
Technically, he had supports as well, which is even crazier.
Yeah, it was a pretty
I
decent
really
defense.
messed up.
So if
But he's still got the crab, John.
well,
Those
Stephen's
things are important.
passed, so RG will inspire now because he's got 1 desecration there, and he'll get 1 desecration on that.
Okay.
And I think he
will
might have
also pass. I'm gonna
inspired
stick the
anyway.
fish next to Khagra.
No, he inspired Khagra, but now the whole warband inspires.
Yeah, but I think if he's just moved to 4.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right, scoring to me, huh?
So let's
they
see what
don't get
Stephen
a whole
gets.
lot from inspiring, do they?
I
They
do
get
not
movement.
anything.
Oh, Stephen doesn't get anything. Oh,
This is a tight game, isn't it?
Hang on.
Yep.
yeah.
You don't have the primacy, right? Yeah.
No. So this
I'm-
desecrates now.
Yep. I am gonna equip Shark-like claws to Tamiel to give him cleave.
Okay, Sharak Claw is going on. Sharak? Oh my gosh.
Shark-like.
Stuff it.
Yep.
So Tamiel has cleave now.
Desecrated.
It seems good.
Both warbands are now inspired. I mean, it's not great for RG at the moment. Like, Khagra's got 2 wounds left. The entire warband is inspired, but she was already inspired when she took that 2 damage. So
No,
if
I don't think so. Okay, all good.
if Stephen wins activation, he charges in with his leader, free smash with cleave and snare. He's likely
So
to kill
I
Khagra.
don't score anything.
But we'll see what RG scores.
I'm gonna.
You don't
ditch,
think he charges with Tamiel?
No, you want your leader to just I would go for the guaranteed kill because he's got 2 block. So free smash with supports and cleaving and snare will mow through that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also did not.
'Cause that would-
score anything.
RG didn't score anything either. Yeah. But the thing is, yeah, so if Stephen wins, I would throw my leader into Khagra because that would win the game.
There's a little lesson there in playing for your end phase cards.
Yes.
Obviously, I don't know the decks of either of these
Right.
warbands.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do
they
not.
both kept
All
their
right,
first
this is a big
hands.
turn, huh?
Yeah. So we're gonna see who
Big
gets
scoring
priority.
Although on
Alright.
the other night, John, we did have a game that wasn't in.
That's cool. I'm
I noticed I
inspired.
played against
Everybody
Salty
needs
Rob
to
on Wednesday, and
Yeah.
we were 0-0
Double
after
crits,
the
yeah.
first round, which was embarrassing.
It is terrible.
And not enough.
All right, I am 100% gonna go.
Yeah,
first.
Steven's gonna go first. I would throw my leader in. Kill RG's leader. Kill
The
Khagra.
question is,
Like, just do it. This is your
I
one-time.
think you throw your leader in.
I'm gonna
Then you've-
charge with my leader.
I think
Yep.
Tamiel goes down next activation.
That's fine because you would
I'm
have won
gonna
the game.
charge with Tommy.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is hard.
so
He charges with Tamiel,
This is hard.
but he
like
can
Really like
charge.
Khagra, so I'm gonna charge with my leader
Mm.
to the edge hex here.
no,
And
that's
attack Khagra.
no, that's the worst place you could charge with your leader because if he doesn't kill him, now he's trapped.
Edge hex.
No, he's not trapped.
Uh,
Not from
So
Khagra.
he charged.
Khagra can move around, and
3.
Well, she'd have to
smash,
charge.
Support, cleave, and ensnare.
so free smash, cleave, support, and ensnare
Yeah.
against 2 block.
Double crit.
Oh,
Double crit and a support, I think.
Single one.
I got 1 crit. It's not good enough.
so RG rolled only a single
so
crit.
She's dead. I get the primacy for that. And
Oh,
I get a glory for that.
so Steven gets 1 glory for killing Khagra and the primacy.
See, this is where I think he's taken his killing power away. He's only got
Yes.
Tamiel and the crab left.
But the crab is now free fury,
And
2 damage with
I
cleave.
am gonna play.
That's true. That's true. The crab
Sorry,
could make a
I
good
just
job
mentioned
of
I am
that
gonna
guy's
react
2
with
wins
crab.
on.
I'm gonna move the crab to here.
That's not
No,
closer.
he has to go closer.
Yep,
so
there
he'll
we go.
move on to 5.
Crab is moving on to objective 5.
Closer to your
Yeah,
leader.
yeah, he has to go closer to the leader because he's the one that
Yeah.
activated.
So this may have won the
I'm
game,
gonna
but we'll
play
see.
Forgotten Nightmares, which is a persistent effect. So it
Mhm.
lasts until the end of the round.
Ooh,
and,
Forgotten Nightmares. So
yeah,
basically,
discard
when RG
power
declares an
to
attack, if there's another target in
So I
range,
can make you.
Say it again.
Steven, well, RG will have to discard a card after Steven declares what target.
So I have to discard a power card.
So he can, if he positions the
no,
fish wisely,
that's
that
if
could
I,
be amazing.
Yes, but against range 1 fighters, they
Yeah,
generally
so
don't care.
Essentially, every
Yeah.
time you
It's
attack,
more
you
important
fight
if he's got
attack,
counter charge
but
or
if there's only
Zarshir
one fighter to
attacks.
attack, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
The important thing is Zarshir is now 2 damage with her spell. It's an
When an
interesting
enemy fighter
game.
makes an attack action,
Like, as you
I
said,
pick
even
one
though
eligible fighter as the
basically
target of the
Steven's
attack,
killed his biggest
action,
threat.
unless
RG
during the
could
declare
technically
attack
run
action
away with this if he
the enemy
kills
fighter's player
Tamiel now,
discards 1
but the
power.
only problem is Dower Khagra has only 2
There are
damage,
2
so he
attack
needs to
options for
find a way
you.
to get
Yeah,
to
they're
3.
both 2 damage, aren't they? So
Yeah.
I get to choose which
I
one
think
you
he
attack
hasn't
unless
spent
you
one
attack.
of his glory.
No, he
So
hasn't.
if he's got a strength upgrade in there.
All right.
But then Tamiel also has cleave, so if he charges in and misses, that fighter is going to die because, you know, there's 2 fighters on the board with cleave now, at least for this round.
Yeah.
And the problem is if RG sits back, the fish will appear next to him for support.
Correct.
Yeah. So if you're Steven right now, I presume you're thinking about dumping a shoal token in between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And then one of those guys gets to make a very accurate attack with supports and cleave.
Yeah, because what I'd probably do is, put the shoal token and the fish in between those 2, as you said.
Yeah.
Charge him with the crab, because the crab is free fury with support and
Yeah.
cleave. Then after that, if the crab's successful, then you charge it with Tamiel. Razik has been pushed up by a card. I'm not sure which one.
So it's not quite in range of the leader yet. Maybe that's what his play is here.
Yeah. Maybe he's seen, like, RG's a very good player, so he's probably seen what we've pointed out. But what he really needs is +1 damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a glory.
Oh.
I'll put Crowd Runner onto.
Oh. Proud runner onto Dower Kragan.
And to Zarshir, I think he's put on.
Zarshir. But she's only movement 3.
And my first.
She does not inspire to movement 4, annoyingly.
Oh,
I think he's realised.
He's just realising that. He did say at the start of the game it was his first time ever playing this warband, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, Zarshir is not that good unless you invest in her. So,
Doesn't she have a
understandably,
really accurate spell?
she does. So, but it always hits on channels. But if she fails, she takes 1
I'm
damage.
just going to draw a power card.
Mm.
So, yeah, but RG's just drawing a power card.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he undid his Proud Runner, didn't he?
Yeah, it's fine. Once again, this is a Vanguard tournament. If you joined in,
The crab.
the crab is moving. That's not
Sorry,
what I would have
At
done.
the end of your power step, I have the shoal token.
So the show token first. Wow, what is so he's? It looks like Steven's playing really defensively with his Idenef Deepkin,
Yeah, so I'm
which kind of makes sense. But now you've just killed Khagra, I'd be going on the offensive.
Well, I think they're a really good control warband,
Seconds.
and they have a lot of
Go ahead.
surges for being in the opponent's half.
Yeah,
So
I
he
think
might
that's
be-
what he's working
So
So
towards.
next activation, he can pop the fish up and move Tamiel in and just score some free glory.
Yeah.
But also where he's put the shoal token, if RG charges later in the game, he can use that persisting effect to make the fish the target.
Yeah, I mean, I think what RG desperately needs is +1 damage, charging, kill Tamiel, and effectively neuter Steven's end phase, but I don't think RG has any +1 damage cards in his hand.
Yeah, I think he'd have played them already, surely.
Yeah. So,
And that is the
Yeah.
thing about losing fighters early with a small warband, is you just really run out of activations.
100%.
Gonna put the fish down.
Yep, so he's drawn a power card, and now Steven is placing the Spine Fin
Good
next
job,
to
Vicky.
Objective 1. So he has
So
two
I-
fighters in enemy
I
territory.
expect him just to move in with Tamiel here, or maybe charge Zarsha and chuck the spear at her.
I'll just charge.
But they run those like alone in the darkness type cards. don't
Oh,
they? So
yes.
Maybe he doesn't want them to be next to each other.
I would just move.
Maybe.
I would move Tamiel up.
We're gonna charge Razak.
Oh, never mind. He's just charging.
So he's
Free Fury.
I'm gonna use a
Three
Stone
swords with
Harpoon. I
cleave.
do have
Yes.
cleave and ensnare on it.
And ensnare.
It's on
What?
Fury.
Oh, it has ensnare. Yes, yes, yes.
Crit and a fury. Sorry about
Wow.
Crit
Crit
success.
and a fury.
He's crit every
So that's
attack
gonna
so
be-
far.
Needs 2 crits.
that. 2 damage to him.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
push him back 1.
And now he'll score having
and
3 fighters
that's
in
gonna
enemy
score
territory.
me,
Surge of the Flood Tide, I think.
Speed of the Flood Tide.
There
I
we
have
go,
3
Speed of the
fighters
Flood
in
Tide.
enemy
Yep.
territory.
Where's Psychic Rope?
Felt like a good play there.
Yep, that was my
Yeah.
third. Get the glory.
It's still very close, so it could come down to who has the better end phase.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But I would be shocked if RG has a better end phase than
I
Steve.
feel like Stephen's got the board position here.
Yeah, he's got the control.
But he's been with his good fighters and he's moved the crab, so
I mean, the only problem now is if he charges in to kill Tamiel, the crab will just come in and kill Dower Khagra.
Power step. I'm gonna put Born
well the
from
crab
Agony
can't because it's
on
moved.
Tamael.
Oh, yeah.
So he has +1 wounds and he ignores lethal hexes.
Oh, Born from Agony on Tamiel, so now Tamiel has 4 wounds. Oh.
Yep.
That's going to make him difficult to take down.
So now RG has to charge in with Dower Khagra and then use Arshia.
Yeah, I'm going to spin it. I'll put Proud Runner onto Razak.
So Proud Runner on Razak. So Razak has to move 5
I'm
hexes
gonna
in a line
whip
away.
Augmented limbs to my leader.
Augmented limbs on
Go ahead.
Fury. I mean, on the
Presumably
leader.
he's going to steam in here and have a pop at the crab, isn't he?
Yes, I predict. Oh, he's going to charge to try and kill the fish.
All right. I will also pass.
Why?
My
Okay.
third.
No, they can't kill the crab.
Yeah, he can't.
Crab's
But he
3,
can
isn't it?
technically take the fish out of action, even though
Why do I always think the crab's wounds 2?
you hate the crab.
The leader.
He's charging the leader. Ooh, this is actually a really smart move. 2 smash, but the leader's trapped.
Damage.
Mhm.
There's my crit.
Ah,
There's your crit.
can't defend because
So,
the leader only
it's,
has
it's
1
a crit and
defense.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop that. So
Yeah. Leader's trapped. 2 damage.
2 damage to the leader. However,
He probably scores gathered momentum as well.
so I imagine whoever wins the roll off next
Okay.
round,
I'm gonna score
that
everything
becomes very
off of that.
important.
Oh wow. So Stephen gets everything to prove.
Yeah.
I believe RG
Everything's
scored
to
gathered
prove.
momentum
How long before everything
Well,
to prove gets restricted, John?
very quickly.
Because that is an amazing card.
It's too good.
If you like, no interaction at all.
It's way better than Martyred in a way.
Oh yeah,
Your fourth or
much
your
better than
third?
Martyred.
Third. Okay.
No, I think if you're running any hold objective or swarm warband or any warband, you might as well take that card. Especially if you have a lot of opponents who play Savage
I'm going
Orcs.
to move the shoulder
Yes,
token.
especially.
The
But you
shoulder
can even run it in a Headcrackers Mad Mob deck because you could run cards that give the primacy to the opponent.
Yeah.
here.
I suspect you actually need to do that because they've got a lot of surges built around that.
Yeah.
haven't they?
It's just
And
way too good.
Call it a day with that. Go ahead.
I've got my Mad Mob here. I was going to build them this evening.
I need to prime them. I've actually finished my Seraphon and I've almost finished my Vampire, so I'm actually blazing through my Direchasm warbands.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've done 2. I've finished 2 of my vamps today.
I'm not gonna lie, I did minimum effort on the Vampires, but I don't care.
Oh, maximum effort. All NMM, some OSL.
Mad.
Yeah. And now they're painted, I can just put them in a case, never to look at them again.
Sorry, it's my activation. It's my 4th activation.
So we're going into Steven's last activation.
Yeah. I'm just going to draw a power card.
He's doing the Rob special of drawing a power card.
What's that, the Rob special?
I'm just taking the piss.
Go ahead.
Scoring.
Power card.
Okay. I also pass power.
Oh, it's RG's last activation now. It could be very close now. Zarshia can't get in. Damn. You know what? I would just charge Zarshia and try to...
She might as well have a pop at one of them.
Yeah, charge 3 hexes and try and shoot. So where is she going to charge? She might actually have to attack the fish, funnily enough. Yeah, so because of Forgotten Memories, he's going to have to choose.
So I'm going to activate Forgotten.
I see he's using that Forgotten Nightmares thing. Yeah, that's smart, isn't it? That's brutal against range.
Cool.
I mean...
So RG's had to bin Savage Soldier.
Which makes sense because, he was never going to use it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just go for the 2.
Seems like a good effect, that, though.
Yeah, but not in this kind of
game. If you're playing
game.
like an objective warband and they do a cheeky charge.
Oh, he rolled a crit.
You got him. 2 damage.
Crit.
2 damage on Tameo.
Just 1 damage.
Well, I thought the entire warband is inspired. Let me double check. It should be 2 damage.
No, he used the staff, I think.
Oh, okay, wow.
Well, I presume he didn't want to deal himself backlash.
I would have gone full on with the spell.
Yeah. But you're a kind of basic aggro player, aren't you, John?
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
I feel like Ravagers are slightly behind, so I would probably use the spell as well, just to try and put more wounds on him, really.
Yeah, because it would change momentum of the game.
Yeah, because he's up to 4. So.
Oh dear, fish is over there.
All right. Scoring.
So presumably he's done that
first,
so that if he loses priority next round, he gets support in the free attack.
Promise of Destruction.
So Stephen gets Promise of Destruction because there's 1 Persisting Gambit in play. So he's on 5.
You keeping your cards?
I'm going to equip Tameo with Hunter of Souls.
Ooh.
And
I can't remember what Hunter of Souls does.
Is it their...
+1 damage against wounded fighters, I think.
And I'll keep my other card.
Well, RG only gets 1 glory for having his entire warband inspired.
That feels bad.
Yeah. He really needs to win priority. Even then, if RG wins priority and rolls a crit, he's potentially won the game. There's always hope. Because...
I mean, he does, to be fair, he doesn't have terrible board position here because his matey can get a free pop at the leader, hopefully.
Yes, yeah.
I think whoever wins this priority roll is in an amazing position.
Yeah, because I think the worst thing to have in the game at the moment is 1 defense.
Yeah. I think the deployment of the fish feels smart because it gives him a support.
Yeah.
At least. So you're sort of going from a 4 up to a 3 up.
I still don't know why Stephen trapped his leader in the first place, but it's a common mistake.
Yeah.
So now we're waiting for the crucial roll-off, because whoever wins can potentially win the game.
It's a tight game, isn't it, in terms of glory?
Surprisingly tight.
I got 2 crits.
Oh,
Stephen with 2 crits.
come on, RG, you can roll 3.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems correct.
3 smash with the support into Razek. Oh, he's going to charge Tameo in.
Charging Tameo in.
You make sense, but
3 swords with double support and cleave feels accurate.
It's okay. RG's going to roll double crits for his defense. Could charge the crab in, Rob.
Good charge the crab in. I don't know why you think I dislike the crab. The crab's fine.
The crab can get the kill here. The crab is 2 damage. 2 fury with the full support.
I'm going to charge.
Don't get crabby.
1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4 to here.
So Tameo's charging in.
And he's going
to trapped position as well.
Yeah. No, he has to charge there. So 3 fury with full supports and cleave because of his upgrade, because of his Charite claws, which somehow.
So he's just looking for a success here to force the crit roll, isn't he?
And he has full support.
Let's hope he doesn't roll
so
smashes.
2 successes. You need 2 crits.
2 successes. Roll a crit, RG, I believe.
I got a crit.
Yes! Oh!
RG rolls the crit.
Clutch. Score impending doom.
Single dice crits.
What's his name? Steven scores impending too.
Spam in the chat.
I'm trying to. I can't find my crit emojis.
Go ahead.
Are you not a member of your own channel?
My emojis have gone. What is going on?
What can I do here?
That's sad.
I'm going to play Beast Trail.
Okay.
To get my leader out of there.
It's just giving me generic emojis. That's not right. I paid for my
Put him
stuff.
here.
So he's used Beast Trail to teleport his leader
Oh,
away.
here we go. Ah, yes, because I like using Beast Trail. That's very good.
Power to you.
But Zarshia is range free.
Presumably she can just stand there and free shots at him.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Zarshia just pings him. That's actually not a great redeploy.
He's taken 2 wounds already, hasn't he?
Yes. So you have to remember, the leader's got 2 wounds again. For some reason, Stephen keeps trapping his fighters. So the leader's got 2 wounds left. Zarshia has a range-free 2 damage attack. So she could... And he's trapped.
Lightning, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Reroll 1 die.
She's on channels, and Stephen's trapped his leader. So...
Surely that's the only play here.
Yeah.
Kill the leader, then mop up Tamiel.
Yeah, so all RG just needs to do is shoot the leader.
I'm going to equip Armor of Cathai onto Tamael. -1 dice to adjacent
Okay.
attacks to you.
Army of Cathai on
Okay, I'll pass.
Tamiel.
Proud Runner onto my leader.
Proud Run onto the leader.
Okay, I'll pass.
Come on, RG.
I will play Spinefin Toxin to deal 1 damage to Rezik.
Spinefin Toxin on...
Spinefin Toxin.
Yeah.
Your favourite play, John?
I think it... So if RG can kill the leader now, that's it.
I'm not sure why he's put Proud Runner. Oh no, the leader can move twice, of course.
Yeah.
This round they can move twice.
So RG needs to shoot her now.
Yes. Yes, no brainer.
Or he can charge and just... What's he doing?
Alright.
Wait, what? What just happened?
What did RG do? Did he pass his
He
turn?
passed! What is going on? I'm so confused! He could have just won the game!
Did he
I'm
draw
going
cards?
to
or-
Yeah!
Your wizard
Wow.
leader.
What's going on?
We're gonna.
I'm very confused
It's
about
just
that.
2 hits on Furies.
Now Stephen is throwing his net at Zarshia with 2 Fury. What's going on, Rob? I don't understand. I don't understand, Rob.
Crit.
You're on a crit.
He's rolled another crit.
Every roll.
Every attack, so.
Alright, cool.
And a crit defense.
I'll leave you where you are.
RG rolled a crit
I'll push
defense.
you, and I'm gonna
What
move the
is-
crab. I'm gonna react with the crab at the end of that.
What is going on, Rob? I am so lost.
Okay.
Yeah, he drove it back and then...
And then he reacted to push the crab nearer his leader so that Zarshia can.
Maybe he's
Presumably-
trying to
I'll
kill...
score Dislit domains because immediately update and activation of each objective token in 1 or more place territories that be desecrated at this time.
So he scores Desolate Domain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the desecration just doesn't go away.
Because desolate. Objective
Oh, he
1
cycled
is
an
desecrated.
objective. This is so confusing to me, Rob. I mean,
I'm astonished that he didn't just go for the kill there, but you don't know what he's got in hand. He might just desperately need that surge for the kill to win him the game, you know?
you could be right.
But
So I'll play
a
Ravagers
free
advance.
attack on the leader
Each
get the primacy token, feels strong to me.
So he's pushing Zarshia into enemy territory with Ravaging Advance. But the question again is, why? What is going on in this game?
Maybe he's going to have a pop at Tamiel.
But Tamiel's only got 3 wounds left. He has no one in his warband deck. I don't get what's going on in this game, Rob.
Well, I'm sorry, it's confusing you. I'm very surprised he didn't have a pop of the leader, but it's difficult not knowing the decks and not knowing what he's got in hand.
Well, it's like the way I describe it is from my fighting game days when commentators would go when you drop a combo. So he's leaving his food on the table. He could eat that up and, fill himself up for victory. But he's dropping everything and is leaving his dinner on the table. Oh, what else?
I think they got a rook.
It depends what
What's the question?
So it's not gonna matter. So I have Surging Tide. If my leader makes another move action, do I score that because I use Beast Trail?
No, because you've just given a move action, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Just checking. In that case,
So yeah, he can't score that.
I am going. Oh, and it's in that case, I am
It's a
going
shame because what was it? Hidden Paths said this fight is considered to have made a move action.
Yeah, Hidden Paths had weird wording.
Hidden Paths was
I'm going to
great for
discard
gifts
Surging
because you were able
Tide
to get
and
that
draw a
cheeky
draw a-
5th move token for Mad Scurry.
Oh yeah, I mean like Beast Trail's still really good, but you have to remember it just gives a move
Go
token.
ahead.
It's great for range fighters. And
Oh yeah, it's your
if anyone's smart enough to put Potion of Grace in their deck. Potion of Grace is
yes,
amazing.
it
Love
is your
Potion of
activation
Grace.
next.
I love putting it on Molog and never using it.
I'll play
Yeah.
Dracula.
The thing is, the one game where it's useful, it can win you the game. It's an amazing time, but
Yeah.
it is so situational. Imagine if someone chucks a net on you and you just go, "Yep,
I'll play
I'll get rid of that move token straight away."
Gotta watch out for those nets.
Vendetta, just reroll one.
Well, they're popular now with
Okay.
the Soulraid, you know.
Do you-
They're popular
lots
in
of people-
Australia and with David Smee.
They're popular in Reading and London, John,
Malevolent
and Australia apparently. I don't. My
Okay.
my view of
Nice.
the globe is warped.
One.
What are you on?
They're
on the
good
color?
cards. I don't know why you don't rate them.
They're okay. They're not amazing.
They can shut down objective control. You know, stick a move token on someone, it's harder to get on the objective.
I guess so.
Shut down bold conquest.
I'll spend it, Glory. I'll put.
Stop.
Put Hellfire Sword.
It's when someone tools
Ooh.
up a character and then you do that.
Hellfire
Hellfire.
Sword is going on to
Go ahead.
Dower Kragan.
Yeah.
So he's
just
movement
gonna-
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not in range. I don't.
He's just going to have a free go at Tamiel, surely.
What is going on in this game, Rob? You could kill the leader right now. I have no idea what's going on in this game.
Miss.
Maybe he's
Cool.
waiting for a card to have a go at the leader.
But I don't get it. If you he could have killed the leader on the first activation.
All right. Move the shoal token.
I think
actually.
he's looking
Put the shoal
for
token here.
conquest
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm passing.
probably.
I'm
or
passing power.
something like that.
Before that, I had Turtle Vendetta. I forgot to reroll one.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to reroll because he got Eternal Vendetta.
Oh, crit this time.
He rolled a
And
crit.
he's rolled into a crit.
Nice. I need a crit. Nope, you got him.
So Tamiel takes
Two days.
dead.
Oh yeah, so he's got
So
one left.
one left. Yeah. So this is. Oh, I don't know what's going on, Rob. I'm so confused.
So the game's called Warhammer Underworlds.
This is
I-
the weirdest match I've watched in a long time. The best
Apparently
way I can
downgrade.
describe it is when
According
I'm.
I will also
to
pass power.
Dia,
That changed what I wanted to
Dia,
do.
I can't pronounce your username. Sorry.
Oh, Dia
Diablos.
Bless. Yes, so Sword can't go on Kragan. Oh, that's true.
Well, who can have the Hellfire Sword then? As I said, I've
Uh,
never played against Ravagers.
I
I'm gonna
thought-
discard. Yeah, I'll do the
Check.
same thing. I'll discard and draw. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me check my fighters again.
So both players are cycling objectives there.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Pass power.
not Kragan. Sorry, that's Razek. I got the names mixed up. So that's
Yeah, okay.
Razek. So that is correct because he can have the Hellfire Sword because he's got he's got a sheathed sword on his back.
Oh,
Right.
sorry, that interrupted. Do you mind if I just move the shoal token back here? Because at the end of your
So what RG done is legal. The only strange thing is he's just left
yeah, pass power.
round. Well, activation 1 of round 3, he could have used Zarshia to kill the leader.
One.
One success.
So he's hit with the Hellfire Sword again.
Do you want to reroll?
I can't this time.
Oh,
Okay.
so we need to dodge or a crit on one dice.
Got the
Dodge. Yep.
Got a dodge.
Cool. I will leave you there.
Okay.
Interesting.
Power step to you.
It's going to be a very tense end phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
I
5.
think RG was cycling for a big end phase there.
Yeah, he
And now
must have been
he's-
going for the end phase.
Conquest. Have they got an in-faction one? Maybe.
I don't know. No, he can't have conquest. This is Vanguard.
That's Vanguard.
Yeah,
Wasn't it in the Essentials? pack?
essentials aren't allowed in Vanguard.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I know. Even though they were released this season.
yep. They're not counted as part of the season.
Yes, I just do
Okay.
this.
Have they got an in-faction one?
No.
Interesting.
Oh, I forgot his Vanguard. So, yeah, I'm not sure what this end phase is going to be like.
Guess I'm just going to move my leader 5 squares
He's spacing everyone out.
to get Proud Runner to get the primacy.
So Proud Runner to get the primacy back.
Go ahead.
And you'll also notice there are no fighters adjacent to each other,
Yes.
which is one of their easy surges.
And the
Well,
other problem is Zarshia. I mean, so what RG would like to do is charge Zarshia 1, 2, 3, fire the bolt, because technically his leader is trapped from there. Then he would
Yeah.
be adjacent to the crab, so he would stop utter isolation and kill the leader and get primacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I just feel
Just gonna
like
wail on
he's
Tamiel?
playing for something.
No. No, I'm just gonna make a
I
Uh,
we'll see where RG charges.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Razak is charging on 2. Let's replace the pin.
2.
By the way, shoot at the crab, mainly to steal that primacy.
Oh, he's charging 5 hex away to shoot the crab just for Proud Runner. Two smash.
1 hit.
1 hit. All right. At least I got some dodges.
Ooh.
Fail. How much damage?
Just 2. And
2?
You can
Okay.
push that, right?
Yeah, you can push him.
Push him up there.
Okay. I hope he has a
So-
sidestep to bring everyone together.
Charged and landed with the Hellfire swords. I suppose it desecrates an objective. I don't know if that's helpful.
Oh, no, I think...
Yeah. I also pass power, so that was...
The fighters aren't correctly placed where they
so
are.
Scoring, I only...
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
I think RG's realised utter isolation.
Mm.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think he realised he can't stop it.
I only score utter isolation.
Yeah. So Stephen gets
I
utter
assume you have
isolation for
5.
2.
Or I assume you have 8 glory at least.
2, 4, 6. I've got 7 now.
You got 7,
Yeah,
okay.
still raised roll and put 2 desecration tokens and dominant display
Okay.
for
Gotcha.
printed fighters in enemy territory and the primary token.
So he wins by 1. Wow. So he gets 1 glory for having 2 or more desecration tokens, dominant display because
got 8 glory.
Stephen's incorrectly placed his fire, but both his fighters are at enemy territory and he has the primacy token, and then he gets 1 spent for the primacy. So he wins by 1.
Close.
It's an
You got,
interesting
9
game.
glory? Or you got 10 glory.
Very
Yeah.
tense.
11. Gotcha. 11, 8.
I wonder if that was partially
Well
because
done.
both players were saying they don't know the warbands, but also
Well done.
if the Vanguard format makes it a little less predictable about what people are
I had
running.
some pretty,
does.
My objective hand is
I mean,
bricked
the
pretty hard.
one thing, I think the biggest mistake that happened this game, we did not make enough fish puns. They were under so much pressure,
Crits, so-
you know?
I forgot,
It was mine to
forgot
lose.
my fish puns.
Well done.
You know, I have to be really crabby about this, Rob, but you've let me down.
Good God, I can't believe I forgot them.
That's an interesting pincer movement from RG, and it's paid off.
Oh God, I've
Well
had
done.
it with
Well,
these
way to
jokes.
represent the underrepresented warband.
Why is it? Why are fish puns funnier? Like, you know, we didn't make mushroom puns
Wait,
about Moloch.
You know, it's easier to have a whale over time. But
That's not a
this
fish.
is... Shut up.
That's
This
a
is...
mammal pun.
I'll get you. This is actually a really good game. There were just some interesting errors. So obviously RG didn't realise that he moved Dower Kragan forward too early because he thought despoiling happened at the end of the activation.
Yeah,
So that kind of gave Stephen too much glory, because then Stephen was able to get an early kill. But even then, RG was managed to turn her around.
You lost the fighter as well, right?
Yeah, so RG he got critted a lot, but he managed to turn it around.
Yeah, I think Stephen did crit every attack.
He did. The only interesting thing, I think, Stephen, the only errors he made was just he continually trapped his own fighters. So
Well, yeah, and I was surprised he put his leader where he put his leader with Beast Trail.
Agreed.
And then I thought he really got out of jail free when RG moved the fighter up rather than attacking with her.
Yes.
And I probably could have, yeah. So
I mean, I think the reason
that was fun.
RG moved away, so he wanted dominant display. So he needed 2 fighters in enemy territory with the primacy.
Thank you for inputting.
So I think in his back of his mind, he was terrified if Zarshia misses with that spell, Zarshia takes 1 damage. Then Elathain charges and kills Zarshia because he's 1 block with 2 wounds, and then that entirely kills RG's hand.
I see that, but I think, I don't know, at some point you have to
That
take a
was my
risk, don't
delusion.
you?
Well played, man.
Agreed. I would have just
Because I
gone
think
for
the
the
chances of that failing are pretty slim. 2
yeah.
dice on a 3-up.
Let me actually
into a-
check.
Oh
my gosh. I actually have the
Yeah,
warband
well.
odds. So even though I hate, I don't know anyone who actually does physically go, the percentage of this attack before I attack. But I can throw up because it basically channels is like each dice you need a 50% chance to hit. So let me bring up my old app and you can basically mimic it. So 2 against 1
I
block.
noticed Tabletop Sydney have started doing that on their bat reps.
It's
I've done it on some of them. And
it's like no one
It's
plays that way, but it was an 80% chance to succeed. So
yeah, I get the thinking behind it, but also think, I guess if I play the game a lot, I just sort of go, oh, that never feels like a consistent attack. Whereas that does.
Well, my biggest tip is when you're looking at an attack, don't think about the percentages because it's just silly. What you want to know is who has the most dice. So do you have more dice than the attacker or the defender? Is that fighter on guard and is that fighter trapped? And if they have supports. So if you're attacking someone where you have 3 dice against 1 dice, that's ideal. But if they're 2 dice and you're 2 dice, like they're 2 block and you're 2 smash, but they're trapped, then that's actually pretty good to attack with, even if it's a charge. So you kind of need to remember the factors.
Any success against a trapped fighter is effectively a crit, isn't it?
Yeah. So my tip is when you're looking at attacks, don't think about the percentages. Think about the factors, because the factors are easier to process. So yeah, there you have it. It was actually super, super close. I think every end phase ended with about just one of the opponents being 1 glory ahead of the other. There's never any like massive steam ahead. And partly is that I think that's due to the Vanguard format, because when you're only using Vanguard objectives, it's actually quite difficult to steam ahead, especially in that kind of aggro mirror game. Generally, both players played really well, hardly any mistakes apart from, RG thinking Desecration was the end of an activation, but that's just a minor mistake. And then even Steven, he played really well. His only mistakes were just perpetually going for trapping himself. And that's something, as I said, a lot of players do themselves. They will just unintentionally trap their fighters. Because you may think putting yourself into edge X is fine, but then if your opponent attacks you from a certain direction, you've trapped yourself. So that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, otherwise that was just super close. Really tense. I mean, as me and Rob pointed out, we think RG could have gone for a quicker kill on Elathain Soulraid. Well, on Elathain himself on his first activation for round 1 because of Steven accidentally trapping Elathain. And, he only had 2 wounds left, and Zarshia's spell does 2 damage, hitting on 2 channels. So he only needed to roll 1 success, which was basically, and Elathain was basically dead. It still worked out in the end, just super close. But I really liked how Steven kept using the crab, and just his positional play was really good. Even RG realized he couldn't stop us isolation in the end, and Steven played that really well. So other than that were really good tournament games, and showcase scene. Even though the webcam tournaments are pretty relaxed, you can still get really tight and close games and competitive games. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the commentary from me and Rob. If you're interested, the entire tournament can be watched on my Twitch channel for free on my video on demands. So if you can check out there if you want. And I always stream the webcam tournaments on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/CanYouRollACrit. So yeah, without further ado, please remember to like and subscribe. Comment as to what you thought of the battle report and what you'd like to see on the channel. Did you enjoy more of me and Rob's commentary? And would you like to see more of our games when we just comment on games ourselves? But until then, please remember, even when you're utterly isolated and trapped, crits can always come through.